We just witnessed one of the craziest things ever, and it was in the last 48 hours. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Let's take a step back. This is 2023. In fact, it's January of 2023. World Economic Forum officials warn global instability could lead to catastrophic cyber attack. I strongly encourage everyone to join the free Discord. There's going to be a link at the top of the description below. This is one of the most valuable and informative Discords out there, and it's completely free. There's a free side that has a ton of free crypto gems, free market strategies, guides, market trends, free charts, and there's also going to be new cheat sheets dropped in this Discord. And already, we have a ton of testimonials from members of the Discord that have been absolutely loving it. So what are you waiting for? Go and click the link at the top of the description below and join the free Discord. And we actually see down here, the World Economic Forum warned the current level of global instability could lead to a catastrophic cyber attack within the next 2 years. The vast majority of business leaders, 86% of them, believe such an event is possible. The World Economic Forum said, citing research in the Global Cybersecurity Outlook Report 2023, a forecast based on surveys, interviews, and workshops with more than 300 business leaders and security experts around the globe. Accenture conducted the survey in conjunction with the World Economic Forum Center for Cybersecurity. Global corporations are so dependent on technology currently that half of those surveyed said that cybersecurity was now a consideration about which countries they will invest and do business in. So very interesting. Now, again, this was at a time where it's right after 2022, at the height of pretty much everything around Russia with Ukraine. They even actually mentioned that here as well, around like the rising fears around it. But it's just so interesting that they were pushing this even back in 2023, because if you guys do remember, back in 2021, this is around, I believe, October. So we have here Cyber Polygon, Cyber Pandemic Simulation by the World Economic Forum. So this originally got posted around October of 2021, but this happened in July. So on July 9th, 2021, the World Economic Forum and its partners simulated a global cyber attack. The training exercise, being held for the third time this year, involved a simulated large-scale cyber attack on a company's supply chain and the real-time response thereto, with the scenario being referred to as a cyber pandemic. Now, where have we heard that before? Oh yeah, that's right. We heard it from the World Economic Forum back around, I believe, 2020 into like 2021. We have a cyber attack with COVID-like characteristics. Check this out.
The COVID-19 pandemic has shaken our economies and societies to the core and shown us how vulnerable we are to biological threats. In the digital world, similar risks are being overlooked right now. A cyber attack with COVID-like characteristics would spread faster and further than any biological virus. Its reproductive rate would be around 10 times greater than what we've experienced with the coronavirus. To give you an idea, one of the fastest worms in history, the 2003 Slammer sapphire worm, doubled in size approximately every 8.5 seconds, infecting over 75,000 devices in 10 minutes and almost 11 million devices in 24 hours. Fortunately, at least until now, cyber attacks have not impacted our health the way pandemics have, but the economic damages, and therefore the impact they have had on our daily lives, have been equal and sometimes even greater. You see, the only way to stop the exponential propagation of a COVID-like cyber threat is to fully disconnect the millions of vulnerable devices from one another and from the internet. All of this in a matter of days. A single day without the internet would cost our economies more than $50 billion, and that's before considering the economic and societal damages should these devices be linked to essential services such as transport or healthcare. As the digital realm increasingly merges with our physical world, the ripple effects of cyber attacks on our safety just keep on expanding at a faster pace than what we're preparing for. COVID-19 was known as an anticipated risk. So is the digital equivalent. Let's be better prepared for that one. The time is now.
So again, this is the elites preparing for a global cyber attack. one that they are calling a cyber pandemic. Now, remember who this is from. Like, this is the World Economic Forum, the ones that are really kind of pulling the strings around everything. Over here, we have catastrophic event. A global pandemic level threat has just emerged. And this is the full breakdown, right? A global Microsoft outage has caused disruptions in various sectors, leading to unexpected computer shutdowns and flight cancellations. Cybersecurity experts warn of a critical skills gap and predict a catastrophic cyber attack within the next 2 years. Again, we heard this as well from the World Economic Forum. They literally told us that this would happen in at least the next 2 years back in 2023. And within this, we also see the need to address the shortage of cybersecurity talent is highlighted, especially in key sectors like energy utilities. Geopolitical instability is reshaping the legal, regulatory, and technological environment, emphasizing the importance of cooperation among stakeholders. The World Economic Forum identifies cybersecurity failure as a top global threat, urging for security, resilience, and trust in the digital infrastructure. This is also hinting at the fact that this is going to be one of those big leaps into the new financial system. Over here, we have from the Bank of England. This was less than 24 hours before this massive outage even hit. A global payments issue is affecting the Bank of England's CHAP service and delaying some high-value and time-sensitive payments. We are working closely with a third-party supplier, industry, and other authorities to resolve the issue. Here we have from the ECB saying Swift outage affected real-time gross settlement system. And guess what? Swift is still temporarily unavailable right now, which is crazy. This is around maintenance. It's still not up. This has been like this for like the last 10 hours, I believe. This is insane. This just goes to show you how antiquated and outdated our current financial system is. Over here, just in global cyber attack or outage, right? They're calling it an outage. Cybersecurity platform CrowdStrike is down worldwide, causing global IT problems. Microsoft crashes, 911 outages across several U.S. states, and disruptions in international airlines, banks, and media outlets.
Hi, Tom Connell here. We've got a huge unfolding story in Australia and right around the world, but we can't bring it to you in the normal way. Why? It's affecting us at Sky News, at Foxtel, many customers, many users, many businesses. What's happened is we believe a malware company called CrowdStrike has essentially gone down. If we have a look at our studio here, this is what it looks like on many computers right around the world. Now, technical operators call this the BSOD, the BSOD, the blue screen of death. People are loading, systems are crashing, they're loading again and again and again. It's on a loop. So many companies are unable to work right now, including Sky News. Now, it's affecting users in Australia. We're talking major banks, telcos, media companies, Sky News obviously, ABC Radio was completely down last time we saw it as well. But it's right around the world. This is an international company. We can see here what it's doing as well to our screens. We've seen users in the US, in Europe, in Asia, New Zealand, right around the world this is happening. So this will be a massive story. There are offices everywhere that have just gone completely down, people unable to work, there'll be payment systems not working, and all sorts of issues, including for telcos. Remember that last outage for Optus and all the issues caused there? So this is massive. As I said, we believe the company is CrowdStrike. That's the belief at the moment. The last contact we had, by the way, with the Minister's office was that the belief was it was going to be CrowdStrike involved and they were working to fix their systems, but it's up to them to do it. So the stress on that is it's not a hack, if you like, where the government has to try to ward it off. It's a systems issue within CrowdStrike when an update happens. So once that update has been pushed through across the world, as soon as that update happened, companies are just going down, including here at Sky News. So you can see this is the situation right now in the studio. We're hoping this issue, we believe CrowdStrike will get fixed so that we can get back on air and tell you what's going on. And obviously we're hoping it's not disrupting your lives too much as well. So that's the update right now. Keep tuned in and we'll...
So this hit around roughly 2:56 a.m. on the 19th. So technically yesterday now. Here we have what this really affected. Major banks, media outlets, airlines, offices, hospitals, businesses worldwide, all experiencing significant IT outages. This is all through the BSOD, the blue screen of death. It's affecting everything. Thousands of Windows machines, disrupting operations in banks, airlines, TV broadcasters, supermarkets, and many other industries globally. CrowdStrike itself fell 12% in pre-market trade after an apparent global outage. This affected Australia, New Zealand, India, Japan, the US, the UK, pretty much everywhere, right? And we even have down here an update on the global IT outages. This is from the president and CEO of CrowdStrike. They issued a statement regarding the recent IT outages affecting major banks, media outlets, airlines, and other businesses. Basically, he confirmed that the issue stems from a defect in the single content updates for Windows hosts, leading to widespread blue screen of death incidents. He emphasized that this is not a security incident or cyber attack and that Mac and Linux hosts are not affected. CrowdStrike has identified and isolated the problem and a fix has been deployed. But listen, as we really kind of look at what's going on here, this type of event should not be happening. These are significant problems that are directly tied back to these traditional systems. Even over here, we have, breaking crypto companies unaffected by CrowdStrike outage. A major CrowdStrike update caused disruptions worldwide, crashing Windows systems with the blue screen of death. Banks, airports, media outlets, all impacted, but crypto firms like Binance, Kraken, and Algorand report no issues. CrowdStrike has isolated the defect and deployed a fix, clarifying it's not a cyber attack. Crypto enthusiasts highlight Bitcoin's resilience and decentralized structure. And yeah, crypto was up massively today. Bitcoin ran from roughly, it didn't run at the time of, all the systems going down. It actually started once we heard the report. So around roughly 4:20 in the morning, Bitcoin hit 63.4K, then ran all the way up to almost 67 point, it's a little over 67.3K, which is pretty wild. So it is up significantly in just the last couple, it's the last 48 hours technically. And this is all because of, banks going down, payments going down. This is only highlighting the fact that this technology is extremely valuable. This technology will be the technology that everyone should be focused on because it's the technology that I personally see us running on in the next couple years. And even over here, managing director of the BIS, Augustin Carson, states tokenized financial assets that can be brought on the unified ledger is an example of a giant leap in financial architecture. The Finternet is here. They have been pushing the Finternet, which is going to affect everything. This is where we start to see the new system rolling out. These types of events only put more pressure on it and accelerate it even more. Big shout out to Subjective Views for this. Check it out.
This is why I believe that sometimes we need giant leaps that deliver a fundamental rethink of the financial system and foster the development of entirely new architectures. Let me give you a concrete example of a giant leap. Tokenization is, in my view, a technology with transformative potential for the financial system. Tokenized digital assets contain both the information necessary to uniquely identify assets and their owners, as well as the rules and logic governing their use. When correctly used, tokens could increase the speed, lower the cost, and heighten the efficiency of financial transactions. Note my qualifier, correctly used. It is important. By themselves, tokenized assets could improve the financial system only incrementally. If tokens were to trade through existing financial pipes, they would have to rely on the same long and complex sequences of messages passed back and forth between financial institutions. And these complex sentences are the cause of many costs and delays in today's financial system. To unleash the promise of tokenization, i.e. to deliver a giant leap, we need to bring the different kinds of tokens together. Commercial bank money, central bank money, tokens on different assets. Unified ledgers are the platforms where this can happen. Once these different tokens are brought together in the same programmable platforms, new functionalities can be deployed, like smart contracts and composability. With them, sequences of transactions could be automated and seamlessly integrated. This would eliminate the need for manual interventions and redundant compliance controls, two issues that significantly delay transactions along the chain of a cross-border payment. It would also enable simultaneous instant payments and immediate and simultaneous settlement across a whole range of assets. Tokens could, in principle, contain any financial asset, but tokenized money is a core requirement. As Yuval Noah Harari, whom you will have the pleasure to listen to in this conference, said, "Money is the most universal and most efficient system of mutual trust ever devised." The unified ledger system would build on the trust of the two-tier system of today's financial system. All transactions are carried in commercial bank money, but their final settlement happens in central bank money. And even greater leaps are possible. In a recent paper, Nandan Nilekani and I laid out a vision of how multiple financial ecosystems can interact with each other to form the future financial system, which we have labeled Finternet. The Finternet would empower individuals and businesses by placing them at the center of their financial lives. Unified ledgers connected to each other through application programming interfaces play a central role in this vision. They would be accompanied by a rich canopy of associated financial applications and services, delivering more choice and lower costs to users.
And this is exactly what is happening. It's around everything, payments. When we look at what he is talking about here, it's more so about financial assets, right? The focus is financial assets. But when we take a quick look at this outage and what it affected, all of these IT systems, all of the disruptions around like media companies, banks, airlines, just imagine if a lot of what we are seeing now was running on DLT, on blockchain. We would never have these types of issues. And also remember, right? Blockchain, DLT, it's extremely secure. When we hear exploits and hacks happening in this space, most of it is from those third-party bridges. It's bridges that are getting exploited. The technology itself is extremely secure. Go look at the XRP ledger. Go look at, any major ledger that has been around for a while that hasn't had any issues. Those are the highest secure networks in this space. The XRP ledger needs to be mentioned around this because it's well over a decade old. Zero exploit, zero downtime. This is why this technology will prevail. This is why this technology is extremely valuable. This is why this technology will be integrated within the traditional system. All we have to wait for is that big leap. I truly believe as we look at these outages, I think that we will lead into this cyber pandemic like event that the World Economic Forum, the elites have warned us about. And what will happen is the traditional system will go down. And when it boots back up, we will be on digital rails. The new system will go live in an almost instant time frame. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.